What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Be Easy, and man, listen. All right, guys, we back. We got another video here. Again, I do want to say this: if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. Um, this video today is going to be regarding the vulture culture, and not the other way around. I know you like to hear it, culture vulture, but this is the vulture culture that will be ensuing once the market is changed from where there's an immense or record-breaking amount of retail investors to where it will be once things transpire. And I believe that's going to lead to a brief cool down in retail. People are going to take a step back, breathe, and maybe look at a few other investments, things of that nature. So with that said, I do want to touch on a few points today. The dark pool activities, guys, let's keep in mind how the dark pools work. Okay? Dark pools work like this. So they work through payment for order flow. So they'll take basically a brokerage account. Obviously, the newer brokers, like, allegedly like Robinhood, would say, hey, major company over there, I have I have people buying 1 million shares of stock XYZ. Okay? So, XYZ stock is now trading at a price of 50 bucks. I am going to make it appear on my app that the price is 51 bucks. Allegedly, or just not those actual numbers, but this is how it works. Now, again, the movie Office Space, they tell you a lot of those little pennies can add up. Even the fractional pennies can add up, guys, to a bunch of money over time. Maybe they use that for for their when they hired a bunch of those people at the hedge funds. What they did was hire a bunch of computer programmers who were able to read the fear and greed index. And again, I want to just show off this real quick. I don't know if you guys remember this from back in the day, Close Encounters. But anyways, that's beside the point. Again, I told you I'm a movie buff and I love and follow everything with Hollywood and things of that nature. So anyways, back to the point. How payment for order flow works: the dark pools, company A, brokerage A, says, hey, Mr. Company over there, I have 1 million orders of stock XYZ for the price of, the going price on your app says $51. But the reality, the price is actually going for 50 bucks. You see what I'm saying? So the payment for order flow situation where they can bundle these orders. Now, people are assuming they're paying more in the dark pools, guys. That's not how Stephanie Kammerman said that this works, guys. From what I understand, they're paying less on the dark pools because they're able to group these orders like a warehouse and exchange large group orders through these. And again, let's not get confused what these dark pools are about. The dark pools are basically there so they don't, it's supposed to be a good thing. They don't want to upset the market. For example, if CEO or just major investor A or B, for example, has a $10 million share deal that's going to go down and the public gets privy to this, whether it's a buy or a sell, it's going to create panic in the market. So they do this outside the market to basically maintain the structure of the market. So again, the dark pool is payment for order flow, guys. They get these grouped orders by retail, people like you and me, group these orders together, go to the dark pool and upcharge it just a tad. It's not, people aren't going to be paying more. Basically, they'll pay 50 bucks per share when you pay 51. So I don't know if I believe that, people are paying an X amount, like way more than, what the price is on your app. I think they're paying less. But back to the vulture culture. And what's basically going to happen is, as I said, once retail cools off, we've got wind of too much of the tactics that show the manipulation and the structure of the market that makes it basically, instead of investing, more so a game of war. I declare war, if you remember the card game. So basically you're fighting a machine, an AI controlled machine, allegedly, which is used by the hedge funds, which they hired the computer programmers to basically create bots to trade for them under the Fear and Greed Index by using these chart manipulations. Once we visually as retail have these same charts to read in front of our eyes, we're able to see that basically we can look at a price, and if you're in a play, and again, my favorite word to use on this is arduous, guys. Arduous process. It's going to be very arduous, guys. Look that up. And that's what we're in right now. They're trying to tire us out. They're trying to use manipulation. They want to lull you to sleep. We used to call it, where I'm from, we used to call it rock you to sleep. I'll rock you to sleep. More so using the sports terms when I would play basketball and things. Like if I'm slowly hesitation right, I'm going to quickly cross to the left when you least expect it. So I'll rock you to sleep. And when I play sports, I like to use you know, like a possum, boom. I like to play dead and quickly disperse my speed. So don't watch. Set a price target, set a price alert. The more you watch, the more your manipulation, the more your mind and your, you know, you're becoming, I don't want to say melancholy or just, you know, it's just not good. You know, it's not good for your mental health to go through these emotional roller coasters, and that's what they're doing, guys. So maybe I'm a masochist or a glutton for punishment because I'm still watching the charts. No longer watching the minute charts as we used to do. You know, you join a stream and watch the minute charts, but yeah, again. Okay, so back to the vulture culture, right? So this is how the market works, guys. Retail is always the last to know. The first to go and the last to know. So what's going to happen here, guys? Once they've seen, you know, all these super big corporations with billions and trillions of dollars to invest, they've seen that. They were like looking at AMC the same way we did when the AI took over and things got crazy. And they said, oh, this thing is about to blow. So what happened from there? Basically, we got into play first, retail did, and you know, major institutions invested, went long on the stock. You have the states increasing their long positions, like Texas and other states like that. So that brings the FOMO and everything kicks in. Then you got the massive short squeeze, mother of all short squeezes, MOAS, and the less people involved, the less they have to pay out. Now, they would love to bankrupt and short this company to $0 so they don't have to pay any taxes. But as I was saying, the vultures came in and they were like, oh, before retail, they held us off. Whoa, retail, we got to get some of this. You know, we're eating a little bit, you know. They let us eat on the call options for a while, and then Max Payne kicked in. Look that one up. Max Payne is where the AI is trying to basically create maximum pain on investors by, they want the puts in the calls, guys. It'll jump up, and then that's why the volatility exists, to basically snatch all options that are on the table from retail. If you're shorting the stock, good luck to you guys. You know, I'm just buying and holding, guys, like eating bananas. So again, back to the vultures. Like they said before retail, you get your cut, we're going to take our cut. And basically these major corporations, allegedly a company like BlackRock would say, hey, I'll lend you some shares. I got like 10 trillion in the bank. Let me go buy up some AMC shares. Let me buy up some GameStop shares. Let me buy up some Disney shares. Let me buy, you know, any shares. A bunch of different companies out there. Oh, that's another thing. Well, we'll get to that later, but hold on. The vultures are eating and chewing at these companies that are short on these stocks. You know, they're getting their cut first. They're charging major interest. Maybe not as much as we think. Maybe more than we think. But they're charging the interest on these companies, and they're just eating, lending the shares. Hey, short the company all you want. I don't care. Just pay me in the long run. And allegedly, a company like BlackRock would be able to make who knows how much. I mean, you can't tell at this point. So they're just making money hand over fist and bleeding this company dry by the second. Now, obviously, if the short squeeze would have occurred, those companies would have been vanquished by now. And to me, it's like a favor as a friend. So it's like a double agent thing where they're saying, we're not on retail side at all. No, we're not on retail side. But hey, we'll lend you some shares at a fixed rate, and you know, just pay us periodically throughout the, you know, however the update is, daily, weekly, however their plan is, and we'll allow you to lend the shares. So with that said, boom. Once, and this is why they're inviting more and more. I am announcing a new short position. I am announcing a new short position. I will announce a new short position from these major companies because, in my opinion, guys, I think allegedly these companies need help to short the stock. And they can't legally say, hey, man, I need help because I'm bleeding like a son of a gun. And I would really need your help to, you know, short this stock for me. And they can't get it under 30 bucks. All that kicking and fighting and screaming for no damn reason. So that's funny to me, guys. But so basically, once they're bled, and they, you know, in the movies when you're bleeding internally, you don't know the guy's hurt until he coughs. He goes and he coughs up the blood. Once that happens, guys, and then boom, they're gonna be done. Squeeze, margin calls, all that stuff, all that good stuff, tendies, right? Then we get our cut. But see, here's the real vultures, because guys, you ever seen a desolate desert? So once retail is like, all right, we got our cut, we did what we did, we're out of here, man. We're not freaking coming back because this market is rigged. That's how the people feel. Not to say if it is or not, but that's the sentiment amongst retail investors, which I keep telling you guys. The SEC, the Fed, they love retail investors. Why? Younger, lack of patience, and they don't do as well on trades as institutions do. So, you know, they're able to make a better profit. So I don't think they want retail to leave, which is why you see the implementation of all these new laws. Again, I talked about Mr. Gary Gensler on my last video. Check that one out. But that's what I mean about the vulture culture, guys. Once this MOAS happens, and there's springing leaks all over the place. People are making plays here, over there. And once that happens, guys, they're going to be only left to, you know, to feast amongst each other and feast upon each other. Like, is that, I don't think that's what they are wanting at this moment, judging by the massive increase in retail investors, guys. And again, we don't hide our taxes in offshore accounts with a bunch of failure to delivers in there. So we're going to leave it at that, guys. The vulture culture is out. It's being played out. And before retail gets their cut, they're going to be, you know. So we're going to leave it at that, guys. I got a bunch of interesting stuff coming up on the horizon here for these videos. And let's stay tuned, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in.